as you know, I was born in Guyana. I left there when I was 1, and I was brought up in London, and I lived there for 12 years before I came to Canada. The big sports in England were soccer, which I used to play, and track. So I did both, and I always loved fitness. I've always loved health. I remember when I was about 10 or so, making up training programs for myself. I had these big charts on my wall, and I remember having posters of Arnold. I measure my biceps and my leg to see my progress. I do push-ups and sit-ups and track everything. So I was doing training programs for as long as I can remember. Then I came over to Canada. When I went to high school, I was doing more sprinting than I was hurdling, because nobody in their right mind just picks up hurdles. Nobody does that because they, just have this idea that I want to jump over these things and kill yourself. One of the first people I met when I came to Canada was a guy named Tony Sharp, and he was one of Canada's best sprinters. And we went to high school together. And because he was so fast and I could never win, that's the time when I decided to do hurdles. And it just so happened that hurdles sort of took off. Like that was the one out of all those events that I was doing that I was winning and having success. In my first year running, I won OFSA, which is the Ontario High School Championships. At that point, I dropped everything else, concentrated on doing hurdles. Right at the end of the summer, after I'd already graduated from high school, I went out to the Junior National Championships. As a shock to myself and everybody else, I won them in the high hurdles. So that's how I got my scholarship to the States. And all my friends were down there, and I went to Clemson my first year. So I came back after 1 year, went to York University for a couple of years, and then went down to LSU for a couple of years, mostly for training. And then from there, went over to London again, or Cardiff actually, in Britain, to compete and train with a good friend of mine. His name's Colin Jackson, and his coach. That's what took me from, being an Olympic finalist, an Olympic, Commonwealth champion, and different things, to winning the Olympics.